Maybe broker network was right and InfoEdge could have been a little more patient. The rise and fall of broker network, a story of vision, innovation, investor short-sightedness. Maybe. In the fast-moving world of PropTech, few names have generated as much intrigue and controversy as broker network or 4B network. The ambitious startup founded by Rahul Yadav, backed by InfoEdge, the company promised to revolutionize India's real estate brokerage ecosystem by bringing together brokers, buyers, builders, and banks into a streamlined, tech-driven platform. However, despite early traction, the company collapsed under a combination of financial mismanagement, questions of ethical conduct, an unprepared market, or lack of patience from investors. Well, I know you might stop here and say, if ethical issues are in question, why even discuss or make this video? My request, for a moment, just for a moment, let's assume ethical concerns weren't the only case. Well, I know they were, or at least that's what came out. But bear with me as I lay down the pointers, not judging the founder, but purely evaluating the business model. Was broker network's failure a case of flawed business fundamentals? Or did InfoEdge, its primary investor, fail to see a long-term potential, just like how 99 Acres and Magic Bricks failed to innovate until Housing.com pushed the bar? Ousting the founder is one thing, but dumping the whole business, its team, and the entire category in one shot is another. This video explores the untold aspects of broker network's journey, its business model, innovative approaches, short-lived success, and eventual downfall, from a lens that goes beyond the typical cash burn and unethical play narrative. Enough has already been written. My lens is different. It's about missed opportunity. What has been labeled purely as the founder's fault deserves a deeper look. So to start with, InfoEdge's strategic investment as a point number one, from skepticism to support. InfoEdge's initial reservation about Housing.com. The founder of InfoEdge, Sanjeev Bikhchandani, once told the Housing.com team during merger and acquisition talks, "You only have art, we have the business." This quote, mentioned in Siddharth Rao's book, How I Blew It, reflects how InfoEdge originally viewed innovation in real estate platforms. Housing.com focused on design and user experience. 99 Acres focused on monetization and profitability, although they never really turned profitable, quite literally. But ironically, a few years later, the same team saw potential in Rahul Yadav's broker network and backed it. In 2022, InfoEdge invested 227 crore in broker network over multiple rounds of funding, eventually holding 59.8% stake. So what changed? Why did InfoEdge, which once dismissed Housing.com as art, now saw a business value in broker network? The answer lies in broker network's unique approach. It wasn't just another listing platforms like 99 Acres. It was real estate distribution engine solving a fundamental industry problem: site visits and conversions. Point number two, Tiger Global's exit and the broader investment sentiment and the climate across the globe. A crucial backdrop to broker network struggle was Tiger Global's gradual exit from India and the broader downturn in the funding ecosystem. SoftBank couldn't have backed Rahul Yadav, but Tiger Global and some global VCs could have. By late 2022, Tiger Global started pulling back from high-burn startups, signaling a shift towards profitability over growth. By 2022, the funding ecosystem turned conservative. Broker network, heavily reliant on venture capital to scale, got caught into the storm. For 4 to 5 months, their fundraising efforts kept failing. This raises the question, was broker network truly flawed, or did it simply run out of time due to changing market conditions? And as an investor, InfoEdge didn't see any other way to avoid further funding that would push their stake up to 70 to 80%. Honestly, it couldn't have made any sense anyway. Point number three, how 99 Acres and Magic Bricks lagged innovation until Housing.com pushed the bar. Before Housing.com, 99 Acres and Magic Bricks operated like boring online classifieds, clunky, unsparring, without any real innovation. When Housing.com launched, things changed. It introduced verified listings, high-quality UI, UX, and the heat maps to make property search intuitive. It forced 99 Acres and Magic Bricks to play catch-up and finally innovate. Broker Network had similar disruptive potential for brokerage. Had InfoEdge merged 99 Acres listing and lead generation engine with Broker Network's brokerage model, they could have created India's largest integrated PropTech ecosystem. I believe it, and many real estate stakeholders too. But that day never came. However, InfoEdge remained short-sighted. They may have their reasons, of course, but it baffles me how they got so close and yet couldn't create a value chain out of it. Where did they fail? They know it better. But from the outside, it was visible. Point number 4, broker network's business model, a game changer for brokers and developers. I know many of you will not believe, but there was certain truth to the whole story. Broker network wasn't just connecting buyers to listing, it was building a full stack ecosystem. Brokers bringing in the verified leads and the site visits to the developers. Buyers accessing brokers' supported projects and having somebody to fall back to. Banks enabling home loans with passbacks and relying upon an ecosystem which was full stack. And builders supplying real estate inventory while making sure that they had a continuous flow of site visits and inquiries. Home loan passback model, a key differentiator. Broker Network acquired America, a 10-year-old PropTech company dealing in home loan comparison software. With itself, Broker Network could now enable developers and brokers to earn from home loan closures with up to 0.75%, sometimes even more, passback, even though the industry standard was 0.5%. It created a new revenue stream, and though difficult to crack, it was smart customer and B2B retention model. This vertical under 4B Realtech is also rumored to have been a major bone of contention with InfoEdge and the conflict that followed, reducing site visit cost for developers. Developers often complained digital marketing was expensive and inefficient. Not just digital marketing, the overall landscape around the marketing. Cost per site visit via marketing would land at 8,000 to 10,000 for a 1 crore project. Cost per visit via broker network was sitting at 1,000. Even at 10% conversion rate, the model was much more efficient than any other marketing ecosystem that was existing then. Many developers secretly appreciated the model because they knew if nothing, they were creating a FOMO on their site, but they hesitated to acknowledge it publicly due to legacy, channel partner politics, or the conflicts around it. Cash invoice discounting for brokerages, a very ambitious play in a largely unethical market. Broker Network offered brokers faster payouts, cash invoice discounting to gain loyalty and pump up its broker networks at scale. While risky and money intensive, at scale it could have consolidated the broker market city by city. Also, brokers were rewarded for successful bookings, strengthening the acquisition flywheel. And they had never seen something like this before, thus they were rallying around this particular platform till the money kept pouring. The real reason Broker Network burnt cash and why, maybe it was necessary. A major criticism, Broker Network burnt cash too fast. But here's the truth. Building a real estate distribution network takes capital. Amazon, Uber, Flipkart all burnt money for years before finding profitability. Imagine if Jeff Bezos' funding was pulled off in 2005. Amazon wouldn't have existed today. Not comparing Rahul Yadav with Jeff Bezos or Broker Network with Amazon, but just drawing a parallel. In real estate, offline and online must blend together for real disruption. Yes, Broker Network burnt money, but it was solving a problem. And solutions for deeply inefficient markets need time and patience. The missed opportunity, the 6th point. 99 Acres and Broker Network could have been a powerhouse together. 99 Acres had listings and consumer trust. Broker Network had distribution, brokers, and home loans. If must, they could have created a PropTech monopoly. India doesn't have any. If this wasn't visible to them, it simply means their feet weren't grounded enough. Yes, entry to secondary market could be a debatable topic, and only their internal data could show whether they had reached critical mass. But still, it feels like an opportunity wasted. Instead, they pulled the plug too early, not giving Broker Network the time to optimize cost structures, iterate the business model and different avenues of making money, scale the home loan model, strengthen unit economics. Meanwhile, Magic Bricks invested in ReadPro and Converse.ai, showing intent to go to the distance. InfoEdge didn't just write off Broker Network, they nearly killed the whole category overnight. Products like Syndicate by Property Pistol and Magnet by HomeSpy survived, but being linked to broker companies comes with its own set of limitations. More on the same on some other day. The future of PropTech, lessons from Broker Network's journey. Broker Network's collapse is not a failure of the model alone. It's a failure of vision and patience too. And it raises larger questions for investors. First, PropTech will not give instant results, unlike other sectors. Founders aren't bad always. Tight budgets limit their ability to hire top talent, iterate, and scale. One failure in such lean playbooks can be fatal. A small ask to all investors, back founders with a little more heart and patience. PropTech can deliver serious returns. As it has been shown in many other countries, India still remains a story which has never been baked properly. Zapki, IndexTap, Home Exchange, amazing offerings, strong founding teams, but with limited funding, they can only pull off limited magic. And for InfoEdge, well, I am a huge admirer. The whole India is. You have done wonders for India's startup ecosystem. Your real estate focus, though, and intent and understanding are questioning. Would love to be proven wrong someday.